Hi, welcome to my holiday special. It's not very special, but it's taken a break from the Halloween series I've been doing, and today we're going to make it special by watching Black Christmas. We are watching the 1974 version. I've never seen any of them, the remakes or like reboots or whatever that they've done. I've heard of the name before, but we are watching the 1974 original. I guess this is special in that I am filming at night, unlike I normally do, so my lighting's more atmospheric than normal. And I'm also kicking it back in bed because it's freaking cold in my house. So I have my dog snuggled with me and my fake dog snuggled with me. And we're just kicking back for this cozy Christmas movie. Enough rambling, let's get to it. I will say Bob Clark. I know that name. Actually, that's the name of my friend's dad, I think. But I also, in film, that also sounds familiar. I do think from trailers of the one that was made in the mid-2000s, or maybe even a few years ago, I don't remember. I think it's about a sorority house and a killer, which it looks like a la Michael Myers already. Visual, it looks like we're seeing through his eyes, his or her eyes, who knows. But that's pretty much all I know about this. This camera freehand feels a lot more unsteady and the mobility is quicker than the Halloween. Ooh, nice handwork too. I like that. I wonder if it's just, gosh, yeah, I'm trying to think of how they did this for back then because those cameras were huge. Also, I think this is 1974, which is before Halloween, I believe, so.
Have you got your Santa Claus suit ready?
Yeah. What time do little bastards arrive?
At 1 o'clock.
Terrific.
Hello?
I feel like I've been saying this a lot lately, but wow, are they really just jumping right into this as far as the killer goes? No character setup at all. Also, I recognize that other girl who answered the call as playing Juliet, having had to watch that in school. Romeo and Juliet, I mean, you know.
You're a real gold-plated whore, Mother.
See you
You
next
know
week.
that? He
line.
called before you.
You're a real gold-plated whore, Mother.
Yeah, sure, I'm fine. I'll see you around.
Also, this actress is quite familiar to me too, but I can't really pinpoint it.
Okay. Hello?
Hey, quiet! It's him again! The Mona!
That's upsetting.
Let me lick it. Lick it.
That's disturbing.
Listen, you pervert, why don't you go over to Lamb Kai? They could use a little of this.
Come on, Claire. She didn't mean anything.
I'm trying to kill you.
No, really, Jess, it's okay. I have to finish packing anyway.
Well done. Well done.
I really don't think you should provoke somebody like that, Barb.
That moment, for me, was more disturbing than all the Halloween movies combined so far. Well done. I was gonna say, I feel like that voice on the other end sounded like Jan from the Brady Bunch movie. The voice that's in her head.
Jan! Oh, Jan!
Oh, shoot. Wow, I could only really make out his hand. That sucks if she's the first to go because she was the only one during that phone call who looked truly upset by what was going on.
Who is it?
I thought it was going to be a fake out moment there, like it was really her boyfriend who stayed and snuck in her closet so we could stay the night or something, but nope.
Good night.
There you are.
Damn. Is this called Dead Mother or something like that? Stays in the house, lives with the girls as a kind of RA kind of thing.
Yeah. Wait a second, Peter. Jess, it's for you. It's him.
Look, Peter, we'll talk about it tomorrow, okay?
I love you.
I know. I'll see you tomorrow.
She didn't say it back, which... Is that how you're supposed to do it? I like so far how this movie is female dominated. I am assuming that the antagonist killer is a male by the way that he was holding the other girl he already killed. But you never know. Damn, this woman. If you're doing that, I think you have a bit of a problem.
Claire?
Daddy's gone a-hunting, gone to fetch a rabbit skin to...
Well, damn. That was creepy singing. Is it her funeral or something? I thought this was all going to take place in one night, but I guess not. Yeah, it looks like it's... I don't know, maybe a funeral, maybe not.
You see, I was supposed to meet my daughter here at 1 o'clock. It's 1:30 now, and she's still not here. Her name's Claire Harrison. Do you know her?
Claire Harrison?
Oh, that's so sad.
I'm sure you'll find her at the fraternity house. As a matter of fact, I could show you.
I wonder where her body is. Oh, I guess it's up in the attic?
I'll just get my bag.
This lady's a little bit kooky suspicious. Damn, that's just sad.
I'm pregnant.
Jess, that's fantastic.
I don't want it.
You can't make a decision like that. You haven't even asked me.
I wasn't even going to tell you.
Don't you ever consider anyone but yourself? Do you know how important this afternoon is to me?
This guy sucks.
Hello? Oh, hell, not again. Billy! Billy? I'm sorry, you have the wrong number.
What your mother and I must know is, where did you put the baby, Billy?
You've got the wrong number.
Jeez, that's upsetting. Different times, so I know there's no caller ID, but I wonder if there's *67 or something like that where it'll call the number back or...
Hold it, jeez. Could you just give it to me one at a time?
Well, what the hell are you planning to do about it?
I don't know if it's any consolation, but 90% of the time, girls are reported missing from the college. They're at a cabin somewhere with a boyfriend.
It's so upsetting how, I think, accurate that depiction is of police people brushing off missing person cases, especially with minorities and younger people.
Eureka.
Okay, this lady's a little much. They're really pushing this narrative.
So he went down to the police station with Phil and Bob.
What happened?
They didn't take it seriously.
Why?
I don't know.
He really opened this film with a strong, creepy punch. Now we've kind of simmered down into the mystery of it. They're letting us simmer into the characters a bit. Little side stories. Yeah, this is different than I thought it was going to be, just because I knew it was like a sorority house and I thought it was all taking place on one night for some reason. So we're kind of digging a little bit deeper here than I thought we were going to, which is nice. The pace has kind of like slowed down a bit, but overall the acting is really good so far. Yeah.
They hadn't seen her all day. She's only 13 years old, Lieutenant, and...
You're a friend of Claire Harrison?
Yeah, I've been taking her out.
What a legend this Ken detective guy is. I've only really seen him in Nightmare on Elm Street and maybe one other thing, but I'm really happy to see him in this as well. Oh geez, what's he doing that for? I'm guessing the performance did not go the way he was hoping. Oof, I can't imagine. That's probably the worst feeling in the world, of not knowing where your kid is, no matter how old they are. That's the scariest thing about all of this, is the reality of that. I don't have kids, so I can only imagine, but you know.
Phil, listen, I'm sure Claire will be all right.
I hope so.
And I just want to tell you that I'm going to go to my sister's for the holidays, so I might not be here when you get back.
Now, if any of you find anything, I want you to send someone out immediately to report it to me.
Woof. I feel like suddenly quite sad. Just because of the weight of that. Of it's one thing to lose a child, like as in them pass away. That's probably just, you know, the second to, I think it's maybe worse to just not know where they are, though. You know, that's just, ugh. At least there's closure if you know. Not that that's a good thing, but you know, ugh. Heavy. Kind of spiraling in my brain, but I wonder if it's so cold in the attic that she's not really smelling yet, because it's only been like a day anyway, so maybe, but I think she would still start to stink and stuff a little bit.
Claude, are you up here? Now look what you made me do. Talking.
Oh, damn.
Anybody there?
Was that her ride? Was it just a taxi? Oh yeah, so they're probably just gonna leave. Dang, so they won't even really notice that she's gone. Unless her sister calls or something. Mm-hmm. Oh god, what?
Janet!
Oh my god, what was it?
Hello? Hello? Look, who is this? What do you want? Why are you doing this?
That would be frickin' scary.
I know what you did, Billy! Filthy Billy! Billy! Billy!
It almost feels like a Psycho situation where it's him, but also him talking as someone else. Like maybe he's Billy and he's talking as the mother or something, you know, because there's kind of a female voice sometimes.
Mrs. Mack, are you up there? Yes, hello? I've been getting obscene phone calls and I want to know what can be done about it.
Oh, this creep.
I want to report something. No, I don't want to hold. How did the recital go?
How do you think it went?
This guy's gotta go.
I thought you wanted to talk, so why don't you quit attacking me and we'll try to have a rational adult conversation?
I like her.
A search party that was looking for Claire found a little girl murdered. Claire's still missing.
I'm quitting the conservatory and we're getting married.
I think that's a question you're supposed to ask.
You can't ask me to drop everything I've been working for and give up all my ambitions because your plans have changed. Be realistic. I can't marry you.
Sure you can. What does it change?
I don't know why that zoom in was very fascinating. Interesting. I liked it a lot.
Peter, I don't want to marry you.
Okay, there you go, girl. Because I was going to say, being married doesn't have to mean giving up your dreams of accomplishing things. But with him, it seems like that would have to be the case. So just say it, you know?
You selfish bitch. You're talking about killing our baby as though you were having a wart removed.
Now can you see why I didn't want to tell you?
What the hell are you trying to do to me?
What are you doing to yourself?
You are not going to abort that baby.
Peter, you're not going to tell me what I can and cannot do.
Jess, if you try getting an abortion...
I think you better leave.
If you try getting an
I
abortion...
said get out.
Then what?
You're going to be very sorry.
What an interesting, heavy debate to have amidst this film. Seems kind of, I mean, obviously the topic is still super poignant, but yeah, I guess not much has changed in that debate.
We'd like to put a tap on your phone, but we'll need your written permission to do that if it's okay with you.
Okay.
That sound, is that the inside of a piano? Like when you stroke the chords?
Are there any other phones in the house?
Yes, the house mother has a line.
Yeah, but it's another number and there haven't been any calls on it.
You're gonna have to keep this guy on the line as long as possible.
See the car outside?
Yeah.
We've got one of our men in it, so you've got nothing to worry about.
In all these movies, that guy ends up dead, so we'll see what happens here. I don't think this guy is the killer, but man, is this guy just a jerk.
I just know Claire is dead. I can just feel it.
Oh, come on now, Phil. We don't know that.
Poor Mr. Harrison. I feel so...
That's where I'm at, yo.
Will you be okay if I go up to bed?
Yes, of course.
If only there was somewhere else they could stay. I would not want to be in that house. Just with those phone calls alone. I'm really liking the way that this, like, I guess the photography, oh gee, okay, that sucks. I'm really liking the photography of this film though. I really liked in that last shot how the...
Such your skin.
What? Okay, well she's holding a baby doll. Maybe it is that other guy. I don't know. We'll see. But... yeah, anyways, the photography, how the guy started on the right and then he kind of shifted to the left, like rules of thirds type of thing, and the depth and the like motion of the camera. Yeah, I guess the movement of the camera is what it is. Like the framing is really lovely and like artistic. Yeah, and these shots of this perspective are very striking. Even more so than Halloween, just because it's more drastic, I think. And the score for this so far, too, is very minimal, super atmospheric, but I think very effective. But I also think the... Damn, she got bad asthma.
I dreamed a stranger was coming in my room. I should be so lucky ever.
Anyways, I think what I was going to say was that in comparison to Halloween, because that's just what's been on the brain, is in Halloween, I heard that in test screenings, at least of the first one, some people were laughing even at the kind of the stalking moments, just without the wonderful score in that film, some of the scenes just didn't feel scary. But for this, they feel, the way that they're filmed just feels a little more sophisticated and artful, that they're very creepy, that I don't think they have to rely on the score as much. So the kind of toned down score is good. Those kids don't look very happy to be singing there.
Agnes, don't you tell what we did, Agnes. Agnes.
Yeah, now that I think about it, this film isn't that gory either. They haven't really shown any of the kills, just like the aftermath. That was like the most they've shown of it. And even then you didn't see the penetration. Wow, is this how they used to...
Just like having a wart removed.
Oh my God.
I wonder if this is really how they used to have to trace calls. That's technical.
I do it again, too. The bastard was trespassing. Hogan got an ass full of bird shot.
Wait a minute,
sleep around here. There's been so much noise in the house.
I wonder if this is one of those moments of like the calls coming from inside the house type of thing. If they're gonna, because I'm assuming it is, but are they gonna have one of those moments?
He's there.
Just don't hurt the baby.
Stop this, Peter.
You want a baby. I know you do. I don't want to hurt the baby.
How awkward that this guy has, like, for her, that this policeman's listening to this, but maybe good to see how emotionally unstable Peter is.
Now, I don't want it to be Peter, but if it is, he needs help.
Was Peter with you any of the times that you got one of these calls?
Good point.
Phil, it couldn't be Peter. He was here.
I knew it couldn't have been Peter.
Unless there's two people in on it. Gosh, are we going to know who this killer is? Or is it going to be someone, you know, just totally random? Okay, I had a feeling that the calls were coming from inside the house, obviously. But it looks like that they're coming from particularly the other phone. That's the house mother's phone. Oh my God.
Sir, they say they got a trace on this one.
Yeah, let's have it.
He says the calls are coming from number 6 Belmont Street.
For Christ's sakes, Nash, you got it wrong. That's where the calls are going into.
That's where they're coming from, too, sir.
Oh, shit.
Oh, is right. Better go.
Jennings?
Oh, he's dead.
Jennings, where the hell are you?
All right. Now, I want you to do exactly what I tell you without asking any questions, okay? Just put the phone back on the hook, walk to the front door, and leave the house.
What's wrong?
Please, Miss Bradford.
I'll get Phil involved.
No, don't do that, Jess. Jess.
Oh.
The caller is in the house. The calls are coming from the house.
Classic. He should not have asked about the other people in the house. That was not part of the agenda. It's about you and go. Because now she's going to feel like I can't leave them, but...
Bob! Oh, please answer me! Bob, please answer me! Please answer me!
What acting. This is awesome. The score is, I love the violin. It's very beautiful, actually, as eerie as it is. I love that sound. The strings are really beautiful. But man, is this girl a dum-dum.
Agnes, it's me, Billy.
That is freaking scary. Oh my God, that's so scary. That's almost even more scary when it stops. Oof, I'm feeling a jump scare coming. Okay. That was tense. That was tense. Okay. Or is that the cop? Is that her boyfriend? They both suspiciously have long hair.
Jess?
If he is innocent, then that's bizarre to just break into the house. But he is kind of emotionally heightened, I suppose.
Jess, you had me worried.
Communicate.
What are you doing down here?
Well, he has blue eyes, it looks like, so I don't think it's him.
I knew it in my gut it was that kid.
No, it wasn't.
Why would Peter start killing people?
You should be all right, Mr. Harrison.
Okay, are they gonna reveal anything?
What's the matter with this guy?
He's suffering from shock. We have to get him to the hospital. Can you get us a car, Nash?
She should really be in the
Let's
hospital. Wow, this long shot. This is awesome. gonna be that freaking eyeball. I had a feeling that, well, obviously Peter was kind of like the red herring suspect this whole time, kind of a jerk, emotionally heightened. Yeah, especially at the end there, it felt clear it wasn't him, but also that it felt like he was probably gonna get, I thought he was maybe gonna get killed, shot by the police for them thinking he was the one, if he walked in and they were having an altercation, but
Agnes, it's me, Billy.
please answer. Oh. Gosh, is no one gonna answer it? Well, now I have to wait through these credits to see what the heck's gonna happen. I really did like the color in this film. Damn. That was quite a masterpiece. That was really brilliant. I thought that was a wonderful film. I thought that actually might be the first movie I've watched for this that has genuinely creeped me out. I don't know that it will be like affecting me later, but boy, is it very unsettling and disturbing. I think this film is very good at building suspense, showing very little, yet also being very scary. The audio alone of the calls are so mysterious and dynamic. The range of things that happen within one of those phone calls is quite impressive, yet confusing and upsetting. I thought the acting was just brilliant. Something about movies from the 60s and 70s, the film and the way that they're processed is, I mean, I guess it depends on the movie, but I think it makes the feeling of the film feel more artistic. I don't know why, but something about the colors of this movie were making me think of Harold and Maude. Maybe it's just because I love Harold and Maude, and something about the tone of this reminded me of that, which just sounds so weird because they're so different. They're really not the same at all. But something about the film and the color grading is very beautiful to me, I guess. Yeah, the director of photography, the camera movement, the choices, the movement versus the stillness. Same with the audio, the choices for silence versus, subtle score was just like I kind of mentioned as the movie was going to. Overall, just really like beautiful choices. This film also did like balance. This film feels very balanced to me as far as highs and lows. Showing very little, doing very little, and showing just enough. And kind of like, almost like if you think about it like Jaws. Jaws barely shows anything, yet it's a very effective film. I mean, I'm not scared of Jaws or nothing, very different tonally films, but it just reminded me of that in that way, of that it doesn't have to show a ton to feel effective. What else? Boy, was that like a delightful holiday treat. I did a poll before filming this of if I should watch Halloween Resurrection or do a little holiday special, take it to something in the holiday season. I'm very glad I did. This was quite refreshing, I do have to say, compared to the Halloween films. As much as I'm loving that journey, it's a journey of almost like watching a movie or perhaps a series, like a show. I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but I've heard notoriously the last season is rough, but it's like you've gotten there, you want to see what they do with the characters and how it ends kind of thing. Kind of like me with The Walking Dead right now. It's like I've made it this far, like let's just see what happens, like let's push through this. That's how Halloween's feeling to me right now. Whereas this film, although, of course it's just one film compared to like a whole series, boy, what a beautiful art piece. Yeah, I think that might be the first holiday horror film I've ever seen as well. I know there's quite a few other classics like Krampus. I don't know if that's like a classic, but I think there's Jack Frost. I'm thinking of like when I was a kid and I'd go to Blockbuster, what movies would be on the shelves that would particularly, like, their front covers would feel striking to me, and Jack Frost is one of those ones. Not Jack Frost with Michael Keaton. That movie's awesome though. Yeah, as far as I can think though, I think this is like the first holiday horror film I've seen, and what a great start to that journey. I am having the expectation that the other two, the remake and then the reboot where the narrative's kind of different, I have a feeling they're not as good. What I'm remembering of the trailer from the one made more recently, I think it was emphasizing the girl power aspect more of like the girls fighting back against the killer. I think it was trying to be like empowering towards women or something. But I actually don't think this movie at all felt misogynistic, I don't think. The women were all different. You know, they kind of had their like the overly hyped sexualized kind of one. And then the other ones actually kind of just felt like normal girls. They weren't too dramatic as far as their stereotypes, but they all felt independent and empowered in their own right as far as being individuals. Even the ones who had boyfriends, their identities didn't seem to be linked to their boyfriends, which was nice. And that way I like that the film is very female focused, other than, of course, you know, the Peter situation, but he does feel like a side character, and then the Ken sheriff guy and the people within the police department, and then there's the dad. So there are men roles within the film, but it feels like we're really focusing on the women. Yeah, I don't know. Unless I'm just like missing something that didn't catch my eye right away narratively, nothing felt particularly misogynistic other than the fact that it's a man killing a bunch of women, and particularly, you know, I already said the word earlier. I hate the word, it's gross, but in a penetrating sort of way, which tends to be more like from listening to true crime and stuff like that, you know, personal, and usually it's not uncommon that men will do that to women as far as stabbing and stuff like that. I mean, obviously the things that the killer was doing was like wrong and I guess in some ways misogynistic, so that's not what I'm arguing, but I mean as far as the way that the film represents women as a whole, if that makes sense, it didn't feel that way, other than the fact that the women could have made wiser decisions. Of course. But I like that they got law enforcement involved. I liked that there were, I think, more steps taken than other films take regarding rational decision making within horror. But for the most part, I think that the characters, the female characters particularly, were developed enough. I actually really liked Phil. I wish her character would have had a little bit more screen time, but that's okay. I don't know, I feel like I could just keep ranting, but I'll go ahead and stop it there, I suppose. A+. Really enjoyed this film. I guess I will just end this video's note on wishing all of you a wonderful holidays, whatever you celebrate, whoever you celebrate it with, even if it's just you and yourself. I hope that you can take some time this season to rest and do something that brings joy to your life, whether it means watching YouTube or watching a good movie, but just doing something that kind of fills your soul just for you, you know. Also, I just wanted to say I got my YouTube Wrapped for this year. I guess I am like kind of insecure when it comes to YouTube and doing YouTube. I feel like there is this really is just an outlet for me to share something that I enjoy. Yeah, just my love of movies, but it also feels like it does feel vulnerable to talk about something that you care about on the internet. So I just wanted to express gratitude to those of you who watch this particularly over the past year, how this channel has grown. Just still, yeah, but I just appreciate the kind words and support from everyone. And the internet can be a very negative place, but so far I've really mostly only received kind words from people watching, and it's been very encouraging for me to just keep doing this. Long story short, just thank you. For anyone who's still listening at this point, you're a more diehard fan, and my New Year's resolution is to, I'm saying it, so let's make it happen, girl. 1 video a week. I can do it. I would like to do multiple videos a week. I could just sit and watch movies all day long. It's the friggin' editing that takes forever. So I may need to hire someone at some point if you have any leads. Well, I will see you next week for Halloween Resurrection. Thank you. Subscribe if you want. But more importantly, have a happy holiday. Bye.